Alright guys, I'm just heading out, late afternoon run up Beachmont. The plan is to do a time lapse of the sunset. The other purpose to this ride is part of my Grumpy Bear challenge from motovlog.com. The topic for it is, why do I ride? Thanks to Migley for the topic this month. He's the winner from September. Any rider would think that explaining why you ride would be an easy thing. Well, it is and it isn't. For me, it's a little bit of bittersweet. And that's because of, you know, things that have happened in the last few years. That's the commuting reason. I don't commute everywhere, but the reason for riding to commute to work, I'll put up here somewhere. Yeah, somewhere up here. Then there's the twisties like these. These are just some mild ones close to home that I'm on my trip out for my time lapse I'm going to be doing. The technical side of riding, so to speak, from the twisties that come about. Pushing your limits, getting bigger, riding safer, riding smoother. So, to sum it up, the challenge of putting all of that together while still coming home. Probably the root of why I ride goes back to when I was really young. I'm talking 2 or 3 year old. If I can find it, there's a photo of me sitting on my dad's motorbike at the time. And yeah, I was only a baby. And there's not much else over the years until I was about, you know, 6 or 7 or so, where the house that we moved into, the owners had left an old Yamaha GT80. I'm not sure of the year. If I find it, and it was the bike I learned to ride on. I used to spend hours just doing circles around the yard on that thing. Obviously, while I wasn't able to reach the controls, Dad would ride around the yard with me on it. Yeah, I'd spend hours riding around the yard, just going around circles, doing stupid stuff. It was great. Well, I never really gave up riding anywhere. There was periods of time, you know, several years, where I didn't ride, mainly because of, you know, it wasn't a priority for me at the time. You know, I was living away from home when I finished school, going to university. So uni, I had priority, not riding. I didn't have the money for a motorcycle. After I finished uni in 2004, I didn't move back home right away, but early 2005 I moved back home, and I got a job working in the city. One of the guys I was working with was riding a Virago 250. They're a great little bike. Fuck it, I'm gonna go get my license. I didn't need to buy a bike straight away because Dad had a bike that he was gonna let me ride. He wasn't riding it. I rode that for probably 6 or 7 months after I got my license. Now, I went straight from my motorcycle learners, which I had from the day I got my learner's permit for a car. And because I'd had my car license at the time, for a set period of time, it the laws allowed me to go straight to an open, unrestricted license instead of what's now referred to as the learner restricted or LAMS class bikes in Australia. So I had my open license 6 or 7 months. I was commuting to work on my dad's Muzz Scorpion Traveller. So after a while I decided I was going to buy my own bike. I bought a 2001 CBR 929RR. Now, I'm only 5'4", so as you probably know, they're a big bike. But fuck, I loved riding it. I rode it everywhere I could. To the point where I think my car sat in the driveway for about 6 months without being started. Unless, of course, it was raining. I hated riding in the rain. Still do. I was literally riding every day to work, home, and that's where I started. It was a commute. I wasn't doing much weekend riding. I was mainly commuting. If I did go out somewhere on the weekend and I could ride, I did. And then one day I stopped to get fuel on my way to work, and this very nice young lady walked up to me and started talking to me. Yeah, and yeah, I was a bit dumbfounded, didn't know what the fuck to do. Anyway, she told me about this Riders Forum. So I went and looked it up, joined, and that's what got me into riding on the weekends. I met up with some people, they'd have some get-togethers midweek, and I started doing group rides on the weekends. The other part of which makes it a bit of bittersweet for me, I met my soon-to-be ex-wife from that group. We were together about 8 years, married for 6 of those, so that's the bittersweet for me. And she was a rider as well, so yeah. So over the last year, my reasons for riding have changed a little. It's becoming part of my lifestyle to deal with my shit. Getting out on the bike now, when I'm riding, I don't think. And I don't mean that in a bad way, I just literally have a clear mind. I'm concentrating on what I'm doing. I'm not thinking about my troubles. Even when I'm having a bad day riding, I still come back in a better mood. The other part that comes along with that is the guys that I ride with. They're good friends, we sit down and talk shit. So it's a social thing for me as well. You know, without it, I probably wouldn't have a social life at all. I guess that really sums up why I ride now. It's the mental clarity I get from riding that keeps me going. Well, enjoy some twisties while I get up the top. I hope it answers the question. I probably won't win this month's challenge with it, but it's not the point. You know, this actually made me think about why I ride now, which is a good thing. It's probably something I should have thought about a while ago. Well, the time lapse of the sunset didn't really work out. There's too many clouds around. I'll chuck one of them in to show you what the views are like, and it's one of those places that we stop at when we go for a ride. Anyway guys, this concludes my Grumpy Bear challenge for October entry. I hope you enjoyed the story, and it's given you a bit of insight into why I ride. Once again, congrats to Migley for last month and this month's topic. See ya.